name is Sharon Matthews, and I've been whole food plant-based for 32 years. I know you might be thinking, 32 years? Really, Sharon? Really. And when I got started in 1983, this way of eating was considered very strange, but no longer. Thanks to organizations like the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, whole food plant-based eating is considered the way to go to reverse chronic diseases as well as to strengthen and maintain your health. As a result of that, I made a decision to support Dr. Neil Barnard and his team in spreading the gospel of whole food plant-based eating around the world. In addition to that, I decided to be a candidate for Food for Life instructor. Now, many of you are asking me, well, how did you get started? I got started by reading a lot of information about the connection between food, disease, and health. And once I understood that the way that we eat determine our health status, I made a major change and I began to become a whole food plant-based eater. And I started cooking healthy. Now you also ask, isn't that a lot of cooking? Well, yes. It's a lot more cooking than going out and getting fast food or popping it in the microwave. But that way of eating will not maintain your health. In fact, over a long period of time, it will lead to sickness and disease. Now, I'll tell you a secret of mine. I get up first thing in the morning and I cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then all my meals are prepared for the rest of the day. And one of my primary staples in my diet that's very nutritious and delicious, eating greens every day. So what I'd like to do is introduce you to my collard green recipe. 3 ingredients. Number 1, get a nice bunch of greens. Number 2, half of onion, red or yellow, and 2 cloves of garlic. We begin by roll cutting our collard greens. You stack them as such, put them together, and just roll, and they roll very, very nicely. And you take a knife, a nice sharp knife, be careful with it, but don't have a dull knife either, because you have to put too much pressure on a dull knife, which can cause injury. You begin to cut, and once you cut, it falls into nice, beautiful spirals. Just look at that. I just love the way that looks. Place it in the bowl. Our second ingredient, onion. We're going to cut the onions in half moons. I like that because it makes it look so attractive. See that? Half moons. Then it's time for these powerful little guys. Garlic. Garlic, really good for the immune system, a natural antibiotic. So I recommend that you find a way to put garlic in your cooking every day. You can cut it and just chop it up, kind of mince it a little bit. Put it in the bowl with your bunch of greens and your half an onion. Now it's time to make a nutritious and delicious dressing. We're not going to use a commercial dressing because commercial dressings have a lot of fat, meaning a lot of oil, a lot of sugar, and a lot of salt, meaning a lot of sodium. Okay, we'll start off with olive oil. 1 teaspoon of organic olive oil, drizzle on. Next, we will move to vinegar, apple cider vinegar. We'll do 3 teaspoons. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Okay, moving on. Tamari soy sauce, having been aged for 2 years, full of enzymes. 1 teaspoon. Then, greens have a tendency to have a little bite in them, so we're going to add a little sweetener. You can add honey or maple syrup, but no sugar, a grain sweetener or some type of plant-based sweetener. And then, just going to pop it with a little paprika, put in your hand, dust it. Here we go. Fun time. Roll up your sleeve. Begin to knead as you would bread so that all of the condiments and the dressing are on the collard greens. Okay? Then it's time to pop it in the refrigerator. And then, voila, a nice nice, nutritious, delicious collard green salad. Enjoy!